Guys, what's going on? Nick Wood here, coming to you live from my hotel bed in LA. Just got in, so just bear with me. I want to talk about a new niche that my agency is checking out. This niche idea came from somebody in one of the groups that I'm a part of that asked me a question. They said, what do you think about this specific niche? And I have never been in this niche. It's never even really crossed my mind, but as I started to break it down, I said, well, I haven't been in it, but let me think logically about this, and let me tell you what my thoughts are. And so as I started to just think through this, I'm like, that actually is a really interesting niche. So anyway, I want to share that with you guys. I want to first let you know I have not personally gone into it yet, although I'm highly interested in it, and I think it is worth doing. It's worth at least testing out. I will say this: if you're brand new to rank and brand new to digital real estate, you don't have any deals, you don't have any money coming in, I don't recommend you going and trying niches that no one really knows if they work well or not. I recommend you going into the boring, the tried and true, and then focus on the city. Me, someone that's been in the game for a long time, somebody that maybe has a little bit more leeway and ability to mess up, I guess you could say, a little bit more. I could take a little more risk. I guess that's maybe a better way to say it. I'm going to go and try these niches, okay? But that's what I want to do. I want to try it for you guys so that I can say, hey, here's what I found. Go into it. Don't go into it. Or, here's the risks, or here's my thoughts, whatever. Okay. Anyway, that said, guys, the niche is private investigation, private investigator, where you go. You guys have probably already heard these stories. I know I actually had a neighbor that does this. He didn't do this as his full-time job. It was like his side hustle, but he would literally have people that had spouses that were cheating, or they thought were cheating. They would hire him, and he would go put tracking devices on their car. And I mean, his stories were so entertaining, but I've never thought about this as a niche until somebody asked me about it, hey, what do you think about this niche? And I thought, well, let me think. So I just want to break it down for you guys, just like I did with this when this question came up. So private investigator. The reason why I think it's interesting, number one, is I'm going to be honest. I do not know the pricing. Do not know what it costs for somebody that needs private investigating, but I can't imagine it's super cheap. And I also can't imagine that the person that does it, the private investigator, doesn't have a really high profit margin, because I assume it's mainly just their time that's spent. So if they charge, let's say $100 an hour or whatever the case is, like their only overhead is their time that's spent. So I think it's going to be high profit margins, and it's going to be good. The other thing too, guys, that I like about this niche, it's not going to be something that you go into a storefront. It's not a brick and mortar. This is going to be a call over the phone, get an estimate, get pricing over the phone. Okay. Another thing I like about this niche is that it's something that you're going to do discreetly. So I think there's going to be a lot of search volume for it, because if I'm going to go look for a private investigator, I probably don't want anybody to know. It's why it's called private. I probably don't want anybody to know that I'm looking to hire somebody to find something out about my personal life, right? Or somebody within my personal life. It's going to be discreet. I'm not going to go to Facebook and say, hey, does anyone recommend any private investigator? Probably not. Just thinking out loud. So I think there's going to be a great search volume for it. It's going to have high margins. I don't know what the ticket price is, but I imagine it's going to be a couple of sessions or multiple hours. I can't imagine it's under $1,000, for whatever you need done. And even if it's less, even if it's like $500 or $700, the business owner, the private investigator, is going to make a lot of that. It's going to go in his pocket, high profit margins. So everything checks the boxes. The other thing is, I don't think it's going to be super highly branded, guys, because again, like the guy that I know that does this, I don't know what his company name is. I just know what his first name is. No, his name is Brian, and he's my neighbor. That's all I know. I don't know what the company's called. I don't know how he runs it. I don't know anything. It's just very discreet. So I like everything about this niche. The other thing is, it's going to be something that's needed in every single city. Like humans are humans, and they're going to need this service everywhere. So, this is a really interesting niche for me. I have never heard of anyone that's done it successfully. I've never even heard anyone really ask about it. So I'm highly interested in it. And I think my agency, we're going to go ahead and throw up a site, see what we can come up with. Of course, we're going to pre-sell the site. I'm not going to go build one and wait 6 months. I'm going to go put up a landing page, run some ads to it, get a couple leads, get some client, or get a couple leads, throw them to a client or a potential client, and see if I can put together a deal. Of course, this comes after looking at the city I want to go after, seeing how competitive it is, seeing who my competitors are. But I have a good feeling about this niche. I'm excited to try it. I'll keep you guys posted on my results. It is first part of February 2025 for some context. So within the next few weeks or months, guys, follow up with me. I'll let you know how this goes. But this is the new niche I'm checking out, and I will see you guys on the next video. I'm out.